Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard. Let's talk about a book. We're here for a book review, and today we're going to talk about Unfortunate Elements of My Anatomy by Hailey Piper. This is a wonderful collection. It is my fifth Piper read, having done what I got here. I got a bunch. I got An Invitation of Darkness, T-Pong, or otherwise known as The Possession of Natalie Glasgow. Glasgow, I never know. I really don't. Benny Rose, The Cannibal King, and The Worm and His Kings. This is my favorite. I just crazy love this creepy Halloween story. Anyway, I was going to say a bunch more there, but I'm not going to because we're not talking about this book. We are talking about this book. So, the first collection that I've read, all those are standalones. This is a collection. So many different flavors, so many different things going on in this book. I'm giving it, have I said this already? I don't think I have. This is my second time shooting it, so I have said it once, but I don't think I've told you. I'm giving this book 5 stars. I'm giving Unfortunate Elements of My Anatomy 5 stars. It is an outstanding collection. So many different things. A lot of just original ideas, not your everyday horror tropes. And when they are, they're hit from this different angle, this different perspective. A lot of gay horror in here. And one of Haley's things is or her mantra or whatever. I don't know. I mean, this might not be her mantra, but make horror gay as fuck. They say AF. I didn't know what AF meant, but AF means as fuck. But anyway, a lot of gay horror themes in here, some trans stuff. I mean, a lot of just important shit, different viewpoints. Like it's the whole thing of walk a mile in someone else's shoes, and Haley's stories. They give me all the horror stuff I love, but they do give me perspective. They do give me that mile, that looking at it from someone else's angle, and I enjoy that. I appreciate that. It's important. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I don't want to make it weird, but it is cool to have that different perspective on horror stories. Now, so again, shorts on shorts are up. Check them out. I'm not going to talk about every story here. I will tell you a little bit about my favorites, but just 18 stories. 1 through 18, just great. The first story in the book actually makes the list, so I'm not going to talk about it here. But here we go. So my top 4 stories from this book. Number 4 is Demons of a Particular Taste, and I wrote that down. I'm not sure that my writing is. If I'm not sure I can read it first of all, but I do want to make sure that I give you the correct title. So that is called Demons of Particular Taste. See, I always want to throw an extra or the in there. Demons of Particular Taste, and in that one, we're talking about 2 female lovers, and one of them is possessed, and we got like this in-home, at-home exorcism thing going on, but we wind up realizing that before you had this entity inside you, you were kind of boring. I kind of like this new action, this new adventurous side of things. I might not actually want to perform this exorcism, and it's funny. I haven't had the chance to really see much of Haley's humorous side. There are a couple stories in here in this book that really show it, and that's why I really appreciated that story. It's got a funny ending, and that's number 4 for me. Number 3 is the very first story in the book, A Feast for Small Pieces. Again, I need to keep my finger on this. So I got that one right. Feast for Small Pieces. But let me turn my volume down. You know how we do this. And in that one, a lady goes out to shop. She's just shopping, just doing some grocery shopping, and she's got this alternative side, ulterior side. I mean, normally she wouldn't mind if a shitty man came up and approached her and kind of harassed her and kind of was flirting with her and trying to get her to go out with him. But she just wants to shop, man. I mean, she's not feeling it today, but keeps pushing, and she's forced to show him that ulterior side of things. And then so that was number three, my third favorite. My second favorite story in the book is Aggressive Mimicry, and this is one of those gay AF as fuck stories, and we follow two men. One guy, he's got this, he's always been in love with his best friend, always, and it just breaks his heart. He sees him making out with the girl behind the building or whatever, but there's always been this connection. He's always liked him more than just a friend. But four friends go out into the woods to this pond. There's this rumored thing that happens there, but it only affects I guess heterosexual men. And so our main character is kind of safe from that, but what happens, I cannot tell you what happens, but I really, really enjoyed that story. And then my number one is the track that the cover is based off of. It is called The Burning of Blueberries. In that one, we've got a trans woman. She's in a bar, kind of a seedy little shitty bar, and a man comes up to her, and I'm sorry, I messed that up, and that is the problem with me. I often mess things up. It is a trans man, and he is in a bar, and another gentleman comes up and says, "You don't belong here," and initially, shit. What kind of shit, is this guy going to say? What's he going to do, And it wasn't that you don't belong here. It was, you don't belong in this seedy bar. You belong in our cool, very exclusive, out in the country in a mansion gentleman's club. You belong in our gentleman's club. And for our main character, that level of acceptance, was cool, right? Okay, cool. I identify this way, and now I'm being invited to this cool man's club or whatever. But when you get there, you got to imagine this big, like frat house like environment, right? And things are kind of going on. I mean, it can't be like this wicked cult that's trying to invoke the lost essence of masculinity or whatever, right? But I gave you a lot there, but I didn't give you it all. So it's a really, really cool story, kind of cosmic-y, kind of just, I don't know, shitty men, but again, it is what the cover is based off of. So I love that story. That is my number one in the book. But again, 1 through 18, everyone had something to offer, something a little bit different. I didn't dislike any of them. And the ones that I loved, the many that I loved, like I really, really loved. And that's why this book, for me, is going to get 5 stars. It will be going up for collection of the year. Now, I'm doing shorts on shorts, which means that, last month I was reading a bunch of short story collections, but I didn't finish any of them. And this month, I'm going to finish a bunch of them. So there may be multiples from this month that go on to the end of the year and are considered for collection of the year. But, I think all in all, look, I love Benny Rose. Love Benny Rose. I don't think I gave Benny Rose 5 stars, though. But I loved Benny Rose. But, I don't think I can say that this is not my favorite Piper release to this point. It's just so many different things, so many different flavors. Every story is different. There is no redundancy. There's no, there's just absolutely nothing boring about this book. Everything's exciting. Everything's new. Everything's from a perspective. And that's it. I've talked too long. Unfortunate elements of my anatomy. Just enjoyable all the way through. Hailey Piper. This is Well Red Beard. This is put out by the Seventh Terrace. And I think that's the first time I've ever said that. I don't think I said that in any of my shorts on shorts, but this is the Seventh Terrace. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying all your books as much as I am. If not, you are reading the wrong books.